On the latest episode of the WWE Creative Circus, we got the head magician, Paul Levesque, with a few tricks up his sleeve. His first one is having the U.S. Championship feud be surrounded by a gingerbread man. And this is something we don't understand. His next trick is to make Danhausen get as much TV time as humanly possible. And last but not least, his final trick is to make lifelong fans go poof and disappear from the product and never return again. Give it up, y'all. Round of applause. Come on, clap it up for Paul Levesque and WWE Creative for putting together the worst crackdown I've seen of all time. You know your boy Bobby Monsoon got a sweet tooth, right? I always got my hand in the cookie jar. Man, I love chocolate chip cookies. I love Girl Scout cookies, pecan, but not in a million years I thought I ever hate the gingerbread man. More than I do right now. Yesterday's episode of Crackdown hit an all-time low with this storyline, man. Trick Williams, one of the brightest stars on the show right now, is mad at Sami Zayn for beating up the gingerbread man mascot, or maybe I should say mannequin, because at least with a mascot, there's a real person inside the suit. This one, nah, literally nobody in it. Sami Zayn out there low blowing the mannequin, actually throwing punches. Trick Williams comes out, tries to save it, puts up the X. Oh my God, this was so cringe. Then they got a whole segment in the back where the mannequin gets rushed to the back and they tell Trick Williams that he's hurt. And dog, I can't even explain this crap. What is this?
Help! He needs help! Somebody please! Please help! Somebody needs help! Help!
Come in.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And if all of that wasn't bad enough, now they got Trick Williams doing a funeral skit for the gingerbread man next week! Man, Triple H must have seen that new Michael Jackson movie and got inspired the way he's been moonwalking! The creative with Trick Williams and going backwards. Dog, this is Trick Willie, Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper! Quickly getting turned into Mr. Lemon Stepper. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because the creative for him has been, getting sour! And his company is getting worse by the hour. Everything Trick been doing the last few weeks was almost perfect, man. He won the U.S. title at WrestleMania. He was building momentum. And instead of bringing Carmelo Hayes back into the story and maybe doing a triple threat at Backlash with Trick Williams, Sami Zayn, and Carmelo Hayes, you swap Melo out for a gingerbread man? Like, what are we doing? No wonder why less and less people are showing up to these shows. Crackdown at the BOK Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma holds about over 19,000 people. According to WrestleTix, they only moved around 6,000 tickets. Look at this, the whole upper section is empty. WWE should be ashamed. Some people in there probably thought they was at the Democratic National Convention with all these blue seats everywhere you look. Now I don't know what's more empty, the venue for Crackdown last night or the creative ideas in Triple H's head. Now I know some of y'all wonder why I keep holding my nose, and it should be obvious. This show stinks! And dog, I promise you, I'd rather walk around with cologne that got the smell of a skunk than watch another episode of this slop. This product is struggling so bad, they can't even get people to watch the PLEs. Backtrash is on May 9th and it will be absolutely free for the first hour on ESPN2. This is embarrassing. I never seen this level of desperation from the Fed. Now with some breaking news, we got more wrestlers that have parted ways with WWE. First up, the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. It looks like they're no longer with the Fed. They've been moved to the alumni alumni section of the company. And honestly, I think this might be good for them. WWE hasn't really done nothing with these two over the past few years, so this could be a chance for them to go somewhere else like AEW or wherever and really reinvent themselves. Also, you got JC, Jeff Cobb, and Tonga Loa being moved to the alumni section as well. This explains why we only saw one member of the MFTs last night. A lot of these cuts are for various reasons. Some were released out the blue, some mutually parted ways, and it's rumored some actually came directly from the higher-ups of TKO. Now, we might have some insight and information on characters like the YS6, Aleister Black, and Vega was released. It was said that someone from TKO isn't a fan of the dark characters in WWE. Now, I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but if it is, it makes zero sense to me. Literally, they just signed a guy named Evil to NXT, so we'll be keeping an eye out on this. The problem isn't the dark characters. The problem is the creative. Dark characters can actually work if they're being booked good. Think of people like Kane, The Undertaker when he had the Ministry of Darkness, Gangrel and the Brood, Papa Shango, the Demon Finn Balor, and many more. These guys in TKO offices really scratching their head trying to figure out why the viewership is down, why people ain't showing up to the venues. I think it's the dark characters. No, you idiots! It's the stupid storylines you putting together every single week for Raw and Crackdown. I promise you one thing, if something don't change real quick, WWE's kind of gonna be like the beef or ground turkey you just brung in from the crib from the grocery store. This company is cooked! Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Exclusively on BobbyMonsoon.com. Y'all asked for it and it's here. The Why You Say That t-shirt. I want to thank everybody that's copping the merch, that's liking, commenting, subscribing, hyping, everybody in my lives multiple times in a week, all the people in the chat. I want to thank everybody, man. Y'all really helped the channel grow. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. BobbyMonsoon.com. And Why You Say That shirt now. Back to the content! Crackdown started off with the African-American Nightmare, Raheem and Ricky Saints. Now, I'm like caught in between the two with this one, man. I'm happy to see new faces on Crackdown, especially from NXT. That's great. The bad news is we got a lack of star power in WWE, man. Like, SmackDown has a serious lack of talent. Dog, Cody Rhodes has absolutely nobody to beef with. But we'll talk a little bit later. They threw a curveball and threw Gunther from Raw to beef with Cody Rhodes, but whatever, dog. The segment starts off with Ricky Saints and Cody Rhodes. Now, I'm hearing a lot of people online talk about how Ricky Saints' debut was underwhelming, man. The crowd went mild, and there wasn't really much reaction for him. If you ask me, I think, bro, he did an okay job, man. He went out there, he cut a solid promo, he did what he had to do, he got up out of there. As far as Ricky Saints and Raheem, they got some backstory. There at least some storyline to that. So I wasn't really complaining too much about that. But man, a lot of people online didn't like this at all. After the segment, they shake hands. Cody Rhodes say some crap like, oh, I'm not hard to find, but I'm not easy to beat. Whatever he said, man. And they had a match later on in the night. After that, you got Fatal Influence, Under the Influence, Fatal Attract, whatever they're called. I think it's Fatal Influence, man. JC Jane, she had a match with Charlotte Flair. She actually goes over Charlotte Flair, man. It was a okay match, I guess, dog. The women's division in WWE is an absolute joke. Dog, you can't even take it serious. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss is still doing this! After weeks and weeks and weeks, after WrestleMania, there's no fresh reboot, there's no reset, there's absolutely nothing. There's no payoff to this storyline. Alexa Bliss isn't going to turn on Charlotte. Charlotte isn't going to turn on Alexa. Even if they did at this point, we're all bored to death with it. JC Jane and her crew, at least we got something fresh. Like I said, she actually beat Charlotte Flair because her crew jumped in. Like, I'll be lying to you if I told you that I'm even a tiny bit even interested in this. The whole women's division is a joke. This storyline is a joke. The whole thing can get thrown in the trash. I don't care if you got people from NXT or not. This sucks! After that, they jump Charlotte Flair, then Rhea Ripley comes in. You remember Rhea Ripley? She's just the Women's Undisputed Championship. She just has nobody to feud with. This is crazy, dog. Think about it. You got Cody Rhodes feuding with Ricky Saints. You got Rhea Ripley feuding with, I'm guessing, JC Jane now? Like, oh my God. Listen, dog, we talked about this on my live yesterday. Like I always say, the women's division is a joke. Not because of the women. The women are actually talented as wrestlers. The creative is not even trying to do anything for them. And I got one example. 2026. Do you know that the title has only been defended 2 times? 2 times. Jade Cargill defended it against Jordan Grace. Then she defended it against Rhea Ripley. Dog, it's been 5 months into 2026 and you only got the title up 2 times? Titles mean nothing in WWE anymore. It's a joke. After that, you got Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley staring at each other, basically running the storyline back we just had to go through at Snore Games. And then you got Fatal under the influence leaving off at the ring and whatever, man. Next, you got a match with the champions, Damian Priest and R-Truth versus Fraxium. And dog, I ain't gonna lie, dog, Fraxium, they made it just by the skin of their teeth of still being on WWE, the main roster, dog. I know they were very close from getting released. They do absolutely nothing on the show. They bring absolutely no value on the show. They have absolutely no storyline creative on the show. These are great wrestlers in the ring. Everyone can wrestle that made it to this level. I still don't know Fraxium, the backstory of either one of these guys. And I know you got some people say, oh, Bobby Monsoon, you didn't watch NXT, you didn't watch the Indies or whatever crap. No, it's WWE job to fill me in on who these guys are. There is no reason why it's been 12 months and I still don't know damn near anything about these two. They have a match for the tag team championships because title shots just fall out the sky, it seems like. After their match, we had an interference from Solo Sikoa. But it wasn't no Bachaloa. It wasn't no Jeff Nah. But we had Hakuna Matata from the MFTs. And they came in and they caused a destruction because they want the World Wrestling Tag Team Championships that nobody cares about. The Usos come out. They start cutting a promo back and forth about each other. Solo Sikoa was saying how he needs to get his hands on Jacob Fatu. The Uso is saying, nah, Us, stand out the way, Us. Be like us, Us. Stand behind Roman Reigns, Us. Solo Sikoa says he ain't having none of that. Him and Hakuna Matata just beat up the Usos, and that's the end of that segment, man. After that, you got the African-American Nightmare, Raheem versus Ricky Saints. This was a cool match, I guess. Like, God, man, I'm so sick of saying this was a cool match. This was a cool match. This was a cool match! Nothing about this done anything for Cody Rhodes or Ricky Saints, man. Ricky Saints is on the main roster, great. You lost to the champion. It doesn't really do nothing bad or good for you. It doesn't do nothing bad or good for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is supposed to be QB1, right? Why is he in the middle of the show? Why isn't QB1 the undisputed championship at the end of the show at the main event? The biggest title on the line is just stuffed in the middle of the card, in the middle of the night, because the significance of the title is that low. It wasn't a title match, but still, this is QB1. Not even main event in a crackdown. This is bad. At the end of it, you got the king of the random feuds, Gunther, coming out, attacking Cody Rhodes with the same chokehold. And now we got to deal with another random match, Gunther versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. Oh my God. Gunther was just beefing with Seth Rollins. He forgot about that. Now he's beefing with Cody. Does Gunther even know he's supposed to be on Raw? This is how bad the SmackDown roster is. Where they have to pull Jacob Fatu and the Usos and bring them on Friday nights. They have to pull Gunther and bring them on Friday nights. Oh my God, bro. Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. We did this already at King and Queen of the Ring, didn't we? Like, dog, what is the story behind Gunther and Cody Rhodes? This sucks. Next, you got Danhausen coming out, doing a segment with Kit Wilson and The Miz. This is just, if you're over the age of 3 or 4 years old, dog, this is just not for you. This is the most kiddie, childish segment ever on Crackdown, dog. It's so cringe. Then you got The Miz and Danhausen acting like they were going to be a team together. The Miz wind up turning on Danhausen, beating him up. And it's just like, oh my God. Danhausen supposedly got money out of the briefcase. Miz with the look in the briefcase got powder all over his face. And does WWE think the real reaction is supposed to be, they put powder on his face? Like, what are my reactions supposed to be? This is a clown show. This is a circus act. This isn't professional wrestling. This is an embarrassment of the sport. Next, you got Royce Keys in a random match. They got Royce Keys doing nothing but running back the matches he already had on main event. I'm happy to see Royce Keys on the main roster, bro. I'm happy that he's getting some looks. But, dog, I could do without this match. It meant nothing, but I guess this is better than main event, right? Whatever, man. After that, you have Royce Keys in the back talking to Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa, Hakuna Matata wind up attacking them both. So I'm happy Royce Keys is actually in the storyline with the Bloodline in them because, dog, it could, you know what I mean? That's way better than just these squash matches, storylines. What's the story with Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys? They said they used to be on the road together. They said they were close. Fill in some of that story more. I'm cool with that, bro, but God, it's just no feeling there. By the time we got to that, I'm already over the whole show. Next, you got probably one of the most cringe segments I've ever seen on any episode of Crackdown. Sami Zayn cutting a heel promo. Him beating up the gingerbread man mannequin. They couldn't even let it be Little Yachty. You know what would have made more sense if he actually attacked Little Yachty and really did some damage, beat Little Yachty up, and had Trick Williams feeling like he had to get his get back? Y'all have Trick Williams turn a babyface over a gingerbread man mannequin rather than an actual person, dog. This is probably some of the worst creative I've seen Sami Zayn in, and we see him in some bad stuff. Next, you got a match that, honestly, dog, was probably one of the worst women tag team matches I've ever seen, dog. I'm sorry. I love Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Brie Bella. I never really was a big fan of Paige, but man, I'm not gonna lie, dog. This match sucked. It was botchy. The timing was off. The flow was off. It was no chemistry. This was so bad. It's hard to even put it into words. And before the even match start, you got botch mode. When the dude who was supposed to play the entrance, he got one job, press play. He couldn't even do that. God, man. It's just, this match is not even worth talking about, to be honest, dog. The women tag team division is dead. Now, the last match, you have Solo Sikoa, Hakuna Matata versus the Usos, and whatever, bro. The match ended with Jacob Fatu interfering, beating up everybody, and I guess we're supposed to be ready for Backlash. It's just like, I'm getting Samoan fatigue. Dog, Monday and Friday were ended with the Usos and Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, and we already did this for 6 years. This story is supposed to be dead. I'm so sick of this, bro. They're not even trying, dog. Like, God, I don't know if this is AI or a human. I don't know if it's both of them. I don't know if it's Vince behind the scenes telling them to bring out the mannequin. I don't know what's going on, but this show is at its worst that it's been, dog. There is no reason why Crackdown should be nowhere near 1 million views. We'll see what's going to happen, but let me know in the comments what you think about that. What you think about Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper? Do you like the way Trick Williams is being booked right now? I hope this doesn't continue. I don't know what was going on. Trick Williams used to be the best thing on this show. Now he's a part of the worst thing on this show. Smells like sabotage to me. What do you think about Crackdown overall? And I don't even, well, just let me know in the comments. I'll chop it up with y'all in there, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm drained. I'm not in a good mood. I'm upset every Friday night, spending my time watching this slop. There's no excuse for the lack of effort in WWE. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!